What up, everyone? Time for another unboxing. We got Geek Me box. So last month this box did really well. I really liked it. It was one of the top contenders. But the month before that, not so much. So I've been 50-50. One was great, one was not so great. So I'm still trying to kind of get a feel for this company, and I'm not really getting any closer. It's kind of like on and off in between months. So let's get into this box and take a look at what we got. So first, we got a t-shirt. Stay. So we got a crossover shirt, Loki and Joker. Nice, clever, cool stuff. But the cool thing is, it's Toltecs, so it's the good brand. That's one thing I can always count on with Geek Me Box. They always put nice shirts, and I mean good quality shirts, which I really appreciate. That makes all the difference because, like I've said before, if a shirt doesn't fit, then it's useless to me. Like if I can't wear it, then it might as well not be there. It's total garbage to me. Like I can't do anything with it. So I appreciate that they always take the time and spend a little extra money to make the nice shirts. It makes a huge difference. So thank you, Geek Me Box. We appreciate that. Next, we got a mug. So we got an oversized Batman mug. And this is like larger than the average mug. This is like a big one. And it's got a little cape on it. I actually have a shot glass just like this. It's got a little cape on it, a little tiny one. It's cool. So that's clever. Big Batman glass with a cape. Next, we got a figure. DC figures. And we got Bane. So this is a nicer figure. It's not quite an action figure, but it's just like a bigger figure. And it's decent quality. It's got a decent paint job. And it's got good packaging, so it's good for the collector. So, Bane, DC figure. There we go. Then next, we got an art print. You guys know how I feel about the prints, but it's got Joker and Batman. I mean, it's cool, but it's very small. It's about the size of like a normal piece of paper, so there that is. And then we got two pins. And I know you won't be able to see this on camera, but maybe I'll put a picture up of it. They're really cool pins, actually. They're not too generic at all. One's of the Avengers and one's of X-Men. It's actually really cool pictures that they put on there. So, decent pins. And that was it. That was the whole box. So, this will be a real quick video and a real quick run-through. Not too many items in here. So overall, I thought it was just kind of so-so, but let's just get into the value really quick. Let's just do really quick value on this. So, the shirt is a cool shirt. I like the picture on it. It's clever, it's interesting. I probably, personally, if I saw this in a store, I probably wouldn't have picked it out. Loki's not my favorite character, but it's still cool. But it's the good quality shirt, and I know it'll fit well, so that makes a huge difference. So I'll easily give this a $15 value. And for shirts like that, it may be even more. Maybe not that one personally, but if it had a really awesome design that fits perfectly, like they may even be like a $20 value because that's like full retail and that's really nice quality. Next on the figure, these are right around $10. You can find them some places online for like $7.99, so like $8, but pretty much $10. I was walking around the mall the other day and I saw these. I kind of wish I'd gotten any character but Bane. I'm not a huge fan of that character. I would have loved Batman or Superman or someone, but that's okay. I'm sure it's at random. So, but yeah, these are right around $10, and they're decent quality too. The paint job is pretty good on them, and the sculpt's pretty well. And they have a base in there so they can stand. They're definitely for display. And like I said, I don't really like action figures that much anyway, so I'm totally down for this kind of figure. So that's cool. And it has a nice package too, so if you wanted to keep it in the package and display it, you totally could. So that was a decent choice. But yeah, around $10. Now the mug. Mugs are actually very expensive, I found out. So for a regular mug with nothing on it, you can get it for less than $10. Once you put a picture on it, especially like DC or Marvel, it now goes into the $12 to $15 range. You'd probably end up paying $12.99, if not $14.99 for a printed one. Now, this is an oversized mug, so it's bigger than a normal mug. And also it comes with the accessory, the cape, which personally it doesn't add much value to me personally, but I know it does add value to it. Like, doesn't seem like it, but it does. So this would actually go up in value from like the $15 to $20 range, somewhere in there. I saw these online on eBay and stuff. People want crazy prices for them. On average, they were around 20. I saw one for 15, and some people wanted like 30 for it, like stupid prices. But I'd be pretty comfortable with around 20, like 15 to 20. You could find it for cheaper than 20, but right around that because of the size, because of the print. It's a good quality mug, and because of the accessory. So. And you can see online, if you just search randomly for like DC and Marvel mugs, they're very expensive. They go very high. They have a very high resale value. Why? I'm not totally sure. Maybe it's because they're somewhat rare. You don't find them that often. Kind of the only place you would find them is in comic shops, because they're like old mugs, so they go up in value. But if these were more like regular, like if companies printed them more regular and you saw them at Target and stuff, the prices would come down. But since they're not that regular, mugs go for like a little bit of change. So kind of weird, but that would be the value on that. Then the print. Like I've said before, these have like no value. I feel bad not putting any value on it because some effort does go into it. So I usually give it like $1 or $2 for the value. But I keep telling people, like, I wish they just wouldn't put them in there. It's just a waste of time, because you can go like, this is cool and all. It's a cool picture, but you can tell it was done by someone personally. It's more amateur work. It seems like someone did it in Photoshop that isn't that experienced with it. Like, it's a decent quality picture, but it doesn't look like a ton of work went into it. And honestly, you can go on Google and type in Joker or Batman and find the most amazing images in the world by the actual artists that created these characters. Save that image and go print it out at Kinko's or Walmart or something for $1 or $2. Have exactly what you want, have the art by the people that created it, who are amazing artists, and have something better. So that being said, when they put prints like this in there, and it's just like a random image, and it's very small, it's like, that's why I feel like it has no value. That's why I give it $1 or $2 though, because that's how much it would cost to make your own, to print it out. And again, like with something this small, it's like, well, what do you do with this? It seems weird to put the poster just like on the wall by itself when it's so small. Like if it was the good size one, like the 24 by 36, that would be somewhat different because that's poster size. But these small ones, I just have a very hard time like figuring out what to do with them most of the time. But anyway, rambling. So the print, $1, maybe $2. And then the pins, the last item, I put $1 for them both. You can find these online for a group of them for $1. If you go into a store, they might charge $1 a piece or $2 for $1, but I'm going to put $1 for both of them. So, that being said, the total value on this was $43 on the low end to about $48. So, I'd be pretty comfortable with the higher end of this, so probably $48, but I put it around $45, which isn't that great. This box costs $30. And that's the price after shipping and everything. So $30 for the box, and then you get around $45. That's not that bad. It's nowhere near double. It's harder for these more expensive boxes to get to that double value, especially the $30 ones, but it's not unheard of, and they do make it happen. So $45, it's just not that high of a value. The items were okay on this one. So you got like 50% more, so it wasn't quite double, but you got like 50% added on to the price you paid, so from 30 to 45. So it was okay. So it's not a terrible value, but it wasn't a great value. It was right in the middle. And last month's box was really awesome, but again, the first month I got it was kind of the same as this. It was kind of so-so. And the items, like, at least they put in a good shirt, so that makes everything in here is pretty useful with the exception of the art print. I'm going to keep the figure, I'll use the mug, and I'll wear the shirt, so it was good, it was decent, and the value was okay. So, like I said, I'm having a really hard time like placing this company, whether it's worth keeping around or whether it's just they had one good month. So I'm going to have to wait another month and try and get a better feel for them, like hang out with them for a while. They're definitely not bad, so I'm going to keep them around as a box, and they do put good quality shirts, so that is a good enough reason for me to at least keep them around a little while and then see what happens, like see where they go from here. It seems like a very interesting company, and I'm happy to see where it goes. As far as the rating on this, I'd probably give it a 6, maybe a 6.5 out of 10 on this one. So again, just pretty average. Not as low as a 5, but a little bit above average, because you got a semi-good value and you got good quality items, and they were pretty good picks. This one doesn't ever have a theme, and it's probably never going to, which I kind of wish it did sometimes, but that's okay that it didn't. But anyway, nice short video, just going through these boxes. I got way too many of them to ramble on too much and make these long videos, so let's just power through them on to the end. That was Geek Me Box. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, Geek Me Box, 6 to 6.5 out of 10. Let me know what y'all think. Thank you all for watching and subscribing. Love you all. Peace.